Hello, it's Diana Marchand, founder of Raw Foods Made Simple, and I make healthy eating and living simple for women so they can live a life of vibrant health and energy. Welcome to video number 3 of the 3-part video series, Claiming Health and Happiness in Midlife, Busting Old Beliefs, and Trashing Symptoms. This is the very important video on the message. I feel this is a very important part. So what are we talking about? We're talking about, of course, the stage of perimenopause. Whoops, my notes. That we're going through, usually between the age of 45 to 56, something like that. That's perimenopause, menopause together. And how this time sometimes is dreaded, looked upon, feared, not understood, that's for sure, not talked about. And there's really not a lot of resources or women are kind of sometimes in the dark and not sure what to do and what to think about it, and you kind of feel like you're going a little crazy, or you may even feel really down in the dumps, depressed, and kind of all alone, not knowing what's going on. So in our last videos we talked about the symptoms and things you could be experiencing this time, and everybody is different. What is the changes that are going on in your body that has to do with the hormones. And also we talked about some of the things you could do. And of course we're dealing with the mind, body, and the spirit. So today is very much about the spirit, about the message. So what does this really mean? Well, there's always change and transformation in our lives. We're always growing. And when we do that, we change as a person, right? There's everything kind of happens for a reason, if you believe that. And everybody goes through different phases, and life, of course, very differently. So experiences shape us. And this whole phase is definitely a lot of little experiences. And that's emotional experiences, physical experiences, spiritual growth and change. And it has a message for us. And now, of course, every message is different for every person. So as a woman, you usually, now if you've raised a family, so you've spent quite a few years dealing with other people, right? Helping your children, your spouse, whatever. And doing that, maybe really being the homemaker around the home. And then your children have grown, and you and your husband, haven't really spent that much time really one-on-one. So you're kind of dealing with that now. You have changed as a person. He's changed as a person. Your children are grown up and are their own persons now. And so you're kind of left with, who am I? Wow. What am I going to do? I have this time now. We probably just fill it with stuff. We tend to never have free time, right? We fill it with so much stuff. So we're usually overworked, overstressed, so busy. And then we haven't allowed ourselves to just take time and listen to ourselves, our true inner self. What do we really want? What do we want our life to be like from now as we age, now into the future? It's our time now. So what are we going to do with it, right? And I brought along some quotes, some books, and that I'm going to read for you because they say it in a few words. I say it maybe too many words. Kind of about the messages or just reflections, something to think about. This is not a bad time. This is not a slow decline to death. This is not like my life is over time, just because you're getting close to 50. It is a time really to celebrate and to think of you in a different way, to really find out who you truly are, to come into your true sense of self, to do things that you've always wanted to do, never had time to do. And maybe completely change your life like so many people do in midlife. Maybe that's why they call it midlife crisis, because people make huge changes because they're finally saying, what do I want? And finally living their truth. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. So Oprah herself, let's go with the queen now and see what she has to say when she turned 50. What I've learned in this first 50 is that if you can allow yourself to breathe into the depth, wonder, beauty, craziness, and strife, everything that represents the fullness of your life, you can live fearlessly. Because you come to realize that if you just keep breathing, you can be conquered. And in the program I'm about to do, that's what we talk a lot about, is breath, controlling your emotions and everything with breath. Divorce, trauma, disease, disappointment. And then she goes into a time she was devastated by something. She breathed her way through it and came out on the other side stronger. All these years, I've been taking lessons from life experiences and feeling like I was growing into myself. Finally, I feel grown, more like myself than I've ever been. If it's true what Maya Angelou says, that the 50s represent everything you were meant to be, all I can say is watch out. I've been meaning to be more focused, to pay attention to everything, to take absolutely nothing for granted. Dance more often, celebrate something every day, give back to the world what it has given to me. My heart is open to the future. Bring it on. And that's what Oprah said at the age of 50 when she turned 50. She saw it as a beginning, as a wonderful beginning. Now, if you're still in the crazy perimenopause stage where your hormones are really fluctuating, so you experience a lot of symptoms, sometimes it's really hard to say, oh my God, I can't even feel that focused or centered. But you know what? You can if you have the tools and techniques, and also know that this too shall pass. And that's what really we want you to realize. It's just a phase. It can pass. And you're going to come out, of course, every time there's been a hardship, you come out stronger and better, right? So that's what this is about too. Marianne Williamson, in her book, The Age of Miracles, I'm going to read a couple things that she has to say about midlife. Would midlife be a time to shut down or a time to finally get started? Would it be a time to give up or a time to claim what we really want? Would it be a time to just hang out or a time to stop messing around? If we wish to age on autopilot as a prescribed and prepackaged experience, then it's certainly not difficult. The status quo has signposts everywhere. But if we want to create something new for ourselves and those around us, then it's important to recognize how limited and limiting are the thoughts about midlife that still saturate our culture. And time to realize that we can let them go. So isn't that very powerful? I think that's very powerful. And she has a lot more, but I'm going to read a couple more things. She was just talking about somebody who at this stage thought, sometimes we think we want to change careers, but we think our life's pretty much over. Why change careers? Why do something different? We're too old, right? It says, doubting the notion that her best days were behind her sent her running from a resigned and timid, it's their turn now, to a more emotionally honest, it's my turn now. And in our hearts, many of us feel, as she does, that we're finally ready to do something radical. Whatever it is we were here for, we're itching to do it now. But sometimes you're not sure you know what it is. And even if you do, you might secretly fear it's too late. You've caught between the excited feeling that you're ready to begin and the scary thought that you might be past your prime. So that is something that I know I felt, and I know many, many women are feeling when they go to decide, maybe I want to do something for myself. Here's another thing from her. Whomever it is you were born to be, whatever your soul has coded to accomplish, whatever lessons you were born to learn, now is the time to get serious and get going. The more serious you take life, the more seriously life will take you. It is your thoughts and your thoughts alone that determine what's possible for you now. It's time to proactively reach beyond any predetermined formulas you or anyone else might have for what's possible. At this time in your life, no matter what did or did not happen in the past, the present remains an endless fount of miraculous opportunities. The law of divine compensation guarantees that endless possibility is not just an abstraction, it is a yearning of the universe. So it really means that anything is still possible. This is not an age when it's too late. But the only thing is that it also is an age when we really need to sit down and reflect, be true to ourselves, slow down. Even if you're starting a business or starting something that's going to require a lot of focus and work, it is also a time not to get caught up in the craze of it all and to really take it at a pace that is good for you. Otherwise, you'll burn out and be good for nobody, right? So those are some thoughts that I wanted to leave you with in this last part of the video series. Really that I want to change the way people think about aging or about this time. It is not us going crazy or some wild woman, or it's not just about gaining weight or trying to lose it again. It's not just about our hormones fluctuating or our emotions all over the place or memory problems, because those seem to work themselves out. But you need to take care of yourself so your body can come back into balance. You really need to take care of you. It's not selfish. It's being true to you, which is the most important thing, because usually the women are still the caregivers, still the ones that help others. If you want to be there for you, your family, your grandchildren, or whatever in the future, you need to take care of yourself. That is what this is all about. So, blessings to you. Thank you for joining me in this video series. I really hope you got something out of it. Please leave a comment below what resonated with you. What was your aha moment from this video? And yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the future. Please follow me on Facebook, Raw Foods Made Simple, YouTube, Diana Marchand, and of course my blog, rawfoodsmadesimple.com.